I'm from a family of 9, and there's only 4 of us left. After my mom passed away, I just went into a bit of a spiral, and I wasn't a productive member of society.
At the age of 18, I had gotten myself involved in a really toxic relationship that lasted about 4 years.
I carried a lot of resentment and anger and mistrust, and I didn't realize why. I couldn't even communicate it fully.
I thought that my grades and my abilities and how I looked were some of the things that defined me a lot.
I was really liking, the fast money I was making as a broker. Was really loving that high life in kind of the world of music and DJing and traveling. I really felt like I was kind of on top of the world, like nothing could really stop me. There was a night that I finally got into an altercation with a person, and that led me to spending a night in jail and leaving that morning from the police station with a criminal charge.
I was emotionally distraught and bankrupt. I was financially distraught and bankrupt. I ended up becoming homeless because of my dad's death.
I had completely given up on all of my dreams, my aspirations in life, even my standards. I was allowing behavior that I would have never allowed before that.
I just felt like there was nothing that I was actually good at, and I was really negative throughout my middle school years.
There had to be something better. Like where I was, what I was experiencing, I was either gonna lie down and die, or I was gonna ask for help. And so that's what I did. I made some phone calls.
I remember just literally going to a local church in the area, not really knowing how to pray, but just crying out to God for help. Because I didn't want any of that. I didn't want the jail time. I didn't want the charge. I just didn't want that lifestyle anymore.
I asked God, I got down on my knees, and I said, God, come into my life. I just want something better. And he did.
I ended up at a church where I'd walked in. It happens to be the same church that Marco had walked into when you cried out to the Lord, which is so crazy, but I just had to surrender my life to the Lord. I had to give him everything. I had to give him my past. I had to give him my future. I had to give him everything.
When I had my rebirth and encounter with Jesus as being God, it showered me with love that I have never experienced before. It goes beyond the love that even my paternal parents have ever showed me. It is absolutely overwhelming.
There was an exchange that happened, that he took that on himself. He took my past, he took my insecurities, and he gave me himself. I felt this unconditional love in that moment, instantaneously.
He was carrying me. And, because I can walk.
Everything that ever veiled my eyes to see how much he actually loves me, he tore that veil off. And I used to be stressed about small things in life, but now I see them as so insignificant because I know that heaven is cheering me on today, tomorrow, and forever.
There'd be a lot of nights that I was, crying out to God and on my knees, and in the midst of being on my knees, being high.
Right.
It was like that. But little by little, he took that away.
I feel like we have faced a lot of trials, a lot of valleys, a lot of hardships. Those things never go away. But I feel like the one fundamental difference is that now I don't face them alone. I face them with Him, and Christ in me overcomes that battle for me.
I used to hate school because it made me feel unworthy, but now I look forward to school because I look forward to having the privilege to represent Jesus.
My prayer life is always about just His grace and His mercy in my life, and remembering that He rescued me out of something so ugly.
It's the opposite of that pain and anguish you feel when you are so low. You know, the feeling of, of just complete joy.
God first poured His love upon me, and because He did that, I was free to actually let go the resentment, let go the anger, let go the bitterness. And it's a beautiful exchange.